Hello, my name is Kevin Dempsey with Woodlands Plumbing Air, and I'm here to talk to you before we get into the freeze about some wrapping your pipes and some tips around the house to help you get you through the winter. Come with me. All right, as you can see, I have some insulation here. You could use a pool noodle or anything else that you would like. Typically, I would like to get a piece of pipe that's a size larger than the pipe going into the house to make it easier to wrap and put around fittings and stuff. And I usually use a hacksaw blade or a knife, whatever you may have. You could even use a knife out of the kitchen if mom will let you. And then we can cut this pipe easily to fit. You can see how easy it is to cut the pipe with a hacksaw blade or a knife. So you can see here, this is where the water comes into the house. And then I've already pre-cut some pieces, as you can see, to fit around the pipe as we need it. We can insulate this back piece, wrap around here, and then you can take your duct tape, start sealing this up. Just use as much duct tape as you need. In the pipe, you can't use too much or too little. It's not about how it looks, it's just that it's wrapped up for the next few days when it gets really cold. Seal that up. Kind of an unusual pipe here, but you can see you can conform the pipe to whatever you need it to be. And you're good to go. See how quick and easy that was? I know that's not beautiful, but it's functional and that's what you need. This is the water shut-off valve. And especially if you're going to be gone when it's going to be very cold, you're going to want to shut this valve off to the service line into your house, and then you can open up a faucet and let the pressure off. But typically, if you're home during the freeze, you're just going to let the water drip in the faucet, typically the furthest away from this outlet. From this inlet, you want to go to the faucet on the other side of the house and let that drip so it doesn't freeze. But typically, if you're home, you're going to leave this on. And I think that's always one of the most important steps, is that everybody should know where their water shutoff valve is in their house. Because if you do have an occurrence, you want to be able to shut it off quickly. This is a faucet sock that you can buy at any hardware store or Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever, that goes over the outside faucets. They also have some that are styrofoam, but there's very, very many different variations of this. And what you do is once you find your faucet outside, then you're going to want to cover this up, put it around, and then tie it off to protect that faucet. Obviously you want to make sure you have your hose detached, and then you can wrap this up, tighten it up, and you're good to go. So like I said, there's very many variations of this. Some of them have a little styrofoam cup, some of them have soft socks like this, like an insulated little blanket, but these all work very, very effectively. Also, another really good tip, when you have a faucet or a sink that's on the exterior wall where it gets cold, I always like to tell everybody to open up your cabinets to let the warm air get in there, and that way you can get into the exterior wall, because it's not sealed in there completely. So it's a really easy way to get the warmth into that exterior wall. So that's just leave those open throughout the night and the day whenever it's freezing, and then you can close it back up after it gets warmer during the day. Okay, well here you go. This is where we want to turn the water on to a slight drip to where it'll run while we're in the freezing. So you just have to make a small adjustment. I like to use just get a little bit right there. There you go. That's about perfect right there. That'll just keep the water flowing. As long as it's flowing, it won't freeze. Some people ask, should I turn on the hot water or the cold water? But my answer to that is just do both. If you have a single handle faucet, just put it in the center and get that drip so you can move the water through the hot and the cold. If you have two, just a little bit of drip on each side will be perfect to keep both of those lines free. Another tip I would like to talk about is a lot of times here in this Houston area, we have a lot of water pipes in the attic. We have water heaters in the attic, so there's some exposure there. So one of the things I like to do if you have an attic door is to pull the attic door down and put something up here to create a little gap. And it can be anything. It could be a shoe box, a towel, an old shoe, and create a little gap there, and that way the warm air will go into the attic. So a lot of times I like to tell people just turn on the attic light, creates a little bit of warmth, and also put a little gap here so the warm air can go up into your attic and help protect that attic as well. Well, as you can see, within about 5 or 10 minutes, you can get your house pretty much insulated inside and out. Get prepared for the winter freeze. Make sure you open those cabinet doors, open that attic door, get everything wrapped up outside, and you'll be in good shape. All right, if you need any help or advice, please give us a call, or we can have a service technician come out and do these things for you and give you some tips at your home. Thanks again for watching.